Have you ever wondered why society is so uncomfortable discussing sexuality in old age? Why is it that as people grow older, they are expected to abandon their desires, silence their passions, and accept a life without intimacy? Could it be that we've been conditioned to believe a falsehood, that pleasure, connection, and sensuality have an expiration date? If you've ever felt hesitant to speak about these topics, you're not alone. For decades, sexuality in later life has been treated as a taboo subject, ignored, ridiculed, or dismissed. But the truth is, intimacy and pleasure don't disappear with age. They evolve, and for many, they become even more meaningful. Why viewers must watch until the end. In today's video, we're breaking the silence and shattering outdated myths about sexuality in old age. We'll reveal the science-backed benefits of maintaining an intimate connection with yourself and your partner, why self-pleasure is not only normal but essential for physical and emotional well-being, and how embracing your sexuality in later years can actually improve your health, happiness, and longevity. This is not just about desire, it's about reclaiming a fundamental part of life that society has tried to erase. If you've ever felt ashamed, uncertain, or simply curious about the realities of intimacy as you age, stay with us. By the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge, confidence, and courage to embrace your body, your needs, and your right to experience pleasure, without shame, without guilt, and without apology. Let's start rewriting the narrative, because sexuality doesn't have an age limit. It's time to talk about it, openly and honestly. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. Sexuality in old age. Breaking the taboo with courage and truth. For far too long, sexuality in old age has been shrouded in silence, dismissed as an uncomfortable or even inappropriate topic, especially when it comes to self-pleasure. Society has imposed an invisible barrier, an unspoken rule that once a person reaches a certain age, they should abandon their desires, mute their passions, and surrender to a life devoid of intimacy. But this outdated notion is not only harmful, it robs countless older adults of a crucial source of joy, self-expression, and even physical and emotional well-being. The truth is undeniable. Sexuality does not wither with age, nor should it be buried beneath shame or societal judgment. The need for touch, connection, and pleasure remains as fundamental in the golden years as it was in youth. Whether shared with a partner or explored in solitude, embracing one's sexuality can be a profound act of self-care, a celebration of one's body, and a reaffirmation of vitality. Studies have shown that maintaining an active and fulfilling sex life, even in later years, can lead to reduced stress, improved cardiovascular health, better sleep, and even increased longevity. Yet, despite these benefits, far too many seniors feel pressured to suppress their desires, fearing ridicule or misunderstanding from those around them. Aging and the misconceptions around desire. One of the greatest misconceptions about aging is that passion and intimacy naturally fade away, as if desire has an expiration date. This couldn't be further from the truth. The human body and mind may change with age, but the yearning for connection, the thrill of affection, and the comfort of intimacy remain ever present. In fact, for many older adults, the later years bring newfound liberation in exploring their sexuality, free from the constraints of societal expectations, career pressures, and the anxieties of youth. Yet, despite this reality, countless seniors face stigma when expressing their desires. If an older adult openly acknowledges their need for intimacy, they are often met with discomfort, judgment, or even mockery. Women, in particular, face double standards, expected to embody wisdom and maternal warmth but rarely seen as individuals with sexual agency. Men, too, are often pressured to either prove their virility or accept a narrative of decline. But sexuality is not simply about physical performance. It is about closeness, affection, pleasure, and the deep emotional fulfillment that intimacy brings. The benefits of embracing sexuality in later life. Beyond being a source of joy, sex and self-pleasure offer numerous health benefits that should not be ignored. Engaging in regular sexual activity, whether with a partner or through self-exploration, has been linked to improved heart health. Sexual activity can enhance cardiovascular function, reducing the risk of heart disease. Better mental health. The release of endorphins and oxytocin during intimacy promotes relaxation, reduces anxiety, and combats depression. Stronger immune function. Regular physical intimacy has been associated with a stronger immune system, helping to fight off illnesses. Pain relief. Some studies suggest that sexual activity can alleviate chronic pain, including arthritis and migraines. Enhanced self-esteem. Feeling desired, loved, and connected can boost confidence and contribute to a positive self-image. Despite these benefits, many older adults struggle with feelings of guilt or hesitation when it comes to prioritizing their own pleasure. Cultural conditioning has made many believe that they must suppress their desires, or that their bodies are no longer worthy of intimacy. This damaging mindset needs to change. If you are still watching this video, and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. If you are still watching this video, and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Breaking the taboo. Encouraging open conversations. In a world that often views aging through a lens of decline and limitation, it is vital to reclaim the truth. Sexual health and pleasure are not privileges of youth but fundamental human rights that belong to everyone, regardless of age. The ability to experience intimacy, whether physical or emotional, is not something to be surrendered. It is something to be embraced, nurtured, and celebrated. For too long, older adults have been left out of discussions about sexual well-being. Medical professionals rarely bring up the subject, family members avoid it, and media representations of romance and passion overwhelmingly focus on younger individuals. This lack of representation has led many seniors to feel isolated in their experiences, as though their desires are abnormal or inappropriate. But the truth is, embracing one's sexuality in later years is not just normal. It is essential for holistic well-being. The role of self-pleasure in sexual health. When discussions about sexuality in old age arise, one of the most overlooked aspects is the importance of self-pleasure. Masturbation is often stigmatized, even in youth, and for older adults, the taboo can be even stronger. However, self-pleasure is a natural, healthy, and empowering way to maintain a connection with one's own body. It promotes self-awareness, relieves stress, and allows individuals to experience pleasure on their own terms. For those who may not have a partner, it can also be an essential way to maintain intimacy with oneself. Furthermore, self-pleasure plays a critical role in sexual health by improving circulation, keeping pelvic muscles active, and promoting overall comfort with one's body. Yet, many older adults hesitate to engage in self-exploration due to lingering shame, cultural conditioning, or a lack of understanding about its benefits. It is time to change that narrative and normalize conversations around this fundamental aspect of human sexuality. Creating a new narrative, sexuality as a lifelong experience. By breaking the silence, by speaking boldly and without fear, we can create a world where aging does not mean losing one's connection to pleasure, intimacy, and the deepest joys of being alive. It is time to shatter the taboo and replace outdated myths with open, honest, and compassionate conversations. Older adults deserve to be seen as whole individuals, capable of desire, passion, and love. They deserve the freedom to explore their sexuality without guilt or judgment. They deserve to know that pleasure is not just a memory of the past but a possibility for today, tomorrow, and for as long as they choose to embrace it. This journey toward normalizing sexuality in old age begins with education, open discussions, and the rejection of societal shame. Whether through medical guidance, community support, or personal empowerment, older adults can reclaim their right to pleasure, intimacy, and self-expression. Sexuality is not something that fades. It is something that evolves. The time has come to embrace it. The role of self-pleasure in health and well-being, embracing pleasure without shame. Self-pleasure is not only natural but, in many cases, a crucial part of self-care. It is an intimate and deeply personal practice that has long been misunderstood, often surrounded by stigma, misinformation, and societal discomfort. Yet, when we strip away the layers of judgment and approach this topic with openness and scientific understanding, we uncover a profound truth. Self-pleasure is not just about desire. It is about well-being, self-acceptance, and even healing. Today, let's set aside outdated notions and explore, without prejudice, the undeniable benefits that self-pleasure can offer in old age, how it positively impacts health, and why it should be embraced rather than ignored. The evolution of sexuality as we age. As we move through different stages of life, our bodies change, and with them, our relationship with sexuality evolves. Many assume that sexual desire naturally diminishes with age, but the reality is far more complex. It is not the desire itself that fades, but rather the way we connect with our bodies and experience intimacy. The need for touch, closeness, and pleasure remains, but societal expectations often force older adults into silence, making them feel as though embracing their sexuality is something shameful or inappropriate. This harmful mindset has left many seniors struggling with suppressed desires, unnecessary guilt, and even loneliness. It has contributed to the false belief that once someone reaches a certain age, intimacy is no longer relevant or necessary. But the truth is, sexuality does not have an expiration date, and pleasure does not belong solely to the young. Instead of allowing shame to dictate our choices, we must recognize that self-pleasure is an essential part of self-love and body appreciation. It is not just about physical satisfaction, it is about maintaining a connection with oneself, honoring one's needs, and recognizing that pleasure is a lifelong right, not a fleeting privilege. The health benefits of self-pleasure in later life. Far from being a taboo subject, self-pleasure carries significant physical and emotional health benefits, particularly for older adults. Science has proven that regular self-stimulation can improve overall well-being, relieve stress, prevent certain illnesses, and even contribute to longevity. Here are some of the most compelling reasons why embracing self-pleasure can be a powerful act of self-care. 1. Boost circulation and cardiovascular health. As we age, blood circulation naturally decreases, leading to a higher risk of cardiovascular diseases, muscle stiffness, and even reduced organ function. Sexual activity, whether with a partner or through self-pleasure, stimulates blood flow, helping to keep the heart healthy, improve circulation, and promote better overall body function. 2. Strengthens the pelvic floor and prevents incontinence. For both men and women, regular self-pleasure helps keep the pelvic muscles engaged, reducing the risk of urinary incontinence and enhancing bladder control. For women, this can also improve vaginal elasticity and lubrication, which often decline with age. For men, it helps maintain prostate health by encouraging regular release and circulation in the reproductive system. 3. Reduces stress and promotes relaxation. Self-pleasure triggers the release of endorphins, dopamine, and oxytocin, the body's natural feel-good chemicals that relieve stress, improve mood, and create a sense of calm. In a time of life when stressors may include health concerns, loneliness, or personal losses, self-pleasure serves as a natural way to combat anxiety, reduce depression, and promote emotional resilience. 4. Supports sleep and restorative healing. Many older adults struggle with sleep issues, often turning to medications to help them rest. However, engaging in self-pleasure can be a natural and effective sleep aid. The release of oxytocin and prolactin following an orgasm promotes deep relaxation, making it easier to fall asleep and enjoy more restorative rest. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. 5. Enhances self-esteem and body confidence. Aging can bring about insecurities regarding physical appearance, leading many people to feel disconnected from their own bodies. Self-pleasure is a powerful act of self-acceptance, a way to reclaim confidence, celebrate one's body at every stage of life, and reinforce the idea that beauty and sensuality do not fade with age. 6. Relieves chronic pain and improves mobility. Many seniors suffer from chronic pain conditions such as arthritis, migraines, and muscle stiffness. The body's natural pain-relieving endorphins released during orgasm can provide temporary relief, reducing discomfort and helping with mobility. Self-pleasure as a means of emotional healing. At a stage in life when intimacy with a partner may not be as frequent, whether due to widowhood, divorce, physical limitations, or personal choices, self-pleasure becomes an essential way to maintain a healthy connection with oneself. Many older adults find themselves missing the closeness and touch that was once part of their daily lives, and in these cases, self-pleasure can be a form of emotional healing. Rather than viewing it as a replacement for partner intimacy, it should be seen as a complementary and self-sustaining form of affection, one that allows individuals to experience joy, comfort, and sensual pleasure on their own terms. For some, this practice serves as a way to work through grief, while for others, it becomes a method of self-discovery and rejuvenation. By embracing self-pleasure, older adults can break free from the damaging idea that their bodies are no longer capable of passion or excitement. It is a reminder that even in solitude, there is still warmth, there is still tenderness, and there is still the ability to experience one of life's most beautiful gifts, pleasure. Dismantling the stigma, encouraging open conversations. Despite the numerous benefits, self-pleasure remains a topic clouded in stigma, often ignored or dismissed as inappropriate. This cultural discomfort has created a damaging silence, forcing many older adults to suppress their needs rather than embrace them. It is time to challenge these outdated perceptions. Open discussions about sexuality in later life should be encouraged, not shamed. Medical professionals should be trained to address the subject with sensitivity, offering guidance without judgment. Communities should create safe spaces where seniors can talk openly about their experiences without fear of ridicule. We must normalize the conversation, making it clear that sexuality and self-pleasure are not tied to youth but to humanity itself. Every individual at every stage of life has the right to experience pleasure, explore their desires, and enjoy intimacy without guilt or restriction. A final thought: reclaiming pleasure as a lifelong experience. Aging does not mean giving up joy. It does not mean giving up self-expression. And it certainly does not mean giving up on intimacy. Self-pleasure is not only a personal choice, it is a powerful declaration that aging does not equate to invisibility, irrelevance, or the absence of desire. By embracing self-pleasure as a fundamental part of self-care, older adults can rediscover themselves, celebrate their bodies, and continue experiencing the deep, fulfilling connection that comes with self-love and acceptance. Pleasure is not a privilege, it is a right. It is time to claim it. The profound health benefits of self-pleasure, a path to vitality, confidence, and emotional well-being in later life. Aging is often viewed through the lens of loss of youth, energy, physical ability, or even intimacy. Yet, there is an often overlooked source of vitality and well-being that remains accessible, regardless of age: self-pleasure. More than just a moment of personal indulgence, self-pleasure is a powerful act of self-care, one that can safeguard physical health, enhance emotional resilience, and restore confidence. It is a celebration of life, an affirmation that pleasure is not reserved for the young, but is an essential part of the human experience at any stage. While society often shies away from discussions about self-pleasure in older adults, the truth is that embracing this natural and healthy practice can extend longevity, protect against illness, and reinforce a sense of self-love and wholeness. Whether it's reducing the risk of prostate cancer in men, promoting vaginal health in women, or serving as a potent stress reliever in times of loneliness or hardship, self-pleasure is one of the most underappreciated yet deeply transformative habits for aging gracefully. A life-saving habit for men: the link between ejaculation and prostate health. For older men, one of the most scientifically supported reasons to embrace self-pleasure is its undeniable role in protecting prostate health. Prostate cancer is one of the most common cancers affecting men over the age of 50, and while there are many factors that contribute to its development, research has consistently shown that frequent ejaculation significantly reduces the risk. Medical studies suggest that men who ejaculate at least 21 times per month, whether through self-pleasure or sexual intercourse, have a much lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to those who do so less frequently.
Why?
Because ejaculation flushes out toxins, bacteria, and carcinogens that accumulate in the prostate over time. This natural detoxification process keeps the gland functioning optimally, preventing stagnation and reducing inflammation. Furthermore, self-pleasure supports erectile health. One of the common struggles men face as they age is erectile dysfunction, ED, which can be caused by declining testosterone levels, poor circulation, or even psychological factors like stress and anxiety. However, regular sexual activity, including self-pleasure, helps keep the blood vessels in the genital region healthy, ensuring proper blood flow and responsiveness. By making self-pleasure a regular part of life, older men can maintain a sense of vitality, sexual confidence, and masculinity well into their later years. A secret weapon for women: pelvic health, comfort, and hormonal balance. For women, the benefits of self-pleasure are just as profound, perhaps even more so, given the complex hormonal shifts that occur with aging. Menopause brings dramatic changes. Estrogen levels drop, vaginal tissues thin, and natural lubrication decreases, often leading to discomfort, painful intimacy, and a loss of sexual confidence. Yet, self-pleasure offers a simple, natural solution. By stimulating blood flow to the pelvic region, self-pleasure helps. Heavy checkmark prevent vaginal atrophy and dryness by maintaining elasticity in the vaginal walls. Heavy checkmark enhance natural lubrication, reducing the discomfort associated with menopause. Heavy checkmark lower the risk of urinary tract infections, UTIs, as increased blood circulation supports bladder health. Heavy checkmark strengthen the pelvic floor muscles, helping to prevent incontinence, a common issue for women over 50. Beyond the physical, self-pleasure is a deeply empowering act of self-love and self-acceptance. For many women, aging can bring insecurities about body image, leaving them feeling less attractive or disconnected from their sensuality. However, self-pleasure allows them to reclaim their relationship with their body, shifting the focus from how it looks to how it feels. It becomes a moment of celebration, a reminder that pleasure is not tied to youth but to the ability to embrace oneself fully, at any stage of life. The emotional and psychological power of self-pleasure, a natural antidote to loneliness, stress, and anxiety. While the physical benefits of self-pleasure are undeniable, its mental and emotional impact may be even more powerful. Aging brings many transitions: children leaving home, the loss of a spouse or partner, changes in daily routines, or even struggles with chronic pain. In these moments, self-pleasure can serve as a deeply healing and grounding practice, offering both comfort and relief. During orgasm, the body releases a powerful cocktail of neurochemicals. Heavy checkmark endorphins, nature's painkillers, easing discomfort and reducing stress. Heavy checkmark dopamine, the pleasure neurotransmitter, which lifts mood and increases motivation. Heavy checkmark oxytocin, the love hormone, which fosters a sense of connection, calm, and emotional security. This hormonal surge acts as a natural antidepressant, reducing feelings of anxiety, loneliness, and even physical pain. For older adults who struggle with insomnia, self-pleasure can also promote better sleep by encouraging full-body relaxation and lowering stress levels before bedtime. Moreover, self-pleasure offers a unique opportunity for self-exploration and personal empowerment. It allows individuals to reconnect with their desires, their preferences, and their bodies without external pressure. For those who have spent decades prioritizing the needs of others, raising children, supporting a spouse, or dedicating themselves to work, self-pleasure is an act of reclaiming personal joy. It is a reminder that they are still deserving of pleasure, love, and intimate fulfillment. Self-pleasure as a tool for aging gracefully, embracing the power of self-love. Aging is not a process of decline, it is a journey of transformation. And part of that transformation is learning to nurture oneself in new, meaningful ways. Self-pleasure is not just a private act, it is a radical form of self-care, an acknowledgement that one's needs matter just as much at 70 or 80 as they did at 30. For older adults who may feel disconnected from intimacy due to the loss of a spouse, changing hormones, or simply a shifting mindset, self-pleasure is a gateway to rediscovering sensuality and joy. It is a quiet yet powerful way to affirm one's vibrancy, to keep the body engaged, and to cultivate an ongoing relationship with pleasure on one's own terms. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. The stigma surrounding self-pleasure in later life is deeply misguided. The truth is, embracing self-pleasure is a testament to one's commitment to self-love, health, and emotional fulfillment. It is a practice that supports physical vitality, mental clarity, and an unshakable sense of self-worth. Regardless of age, every person deserves to experience pleasure. It is not something that fades with time. It is something that flourishes when nurtured. So whether it is for prostate health, pelvic wellness, stress relief, or simply the sheer joy of feeling alive, self-pleasure remains one of the most accessible, effective, and life-affirming acts of self-care available to us. It is not just a choice. It is a celebration of the self, of the body, and of the enduring, ageless capacity for pleasure and connection. Breaking the chains of shame, debunking the myths about self-pleasure in old age. For far too long, self-pleasure has been shrouded in myths, whispers of shame, and deeply ingrained misconceptions. When it comes to aging, these myths take on an even more formidable presence, reinforced by outdated beliefs that have seeped into cultural consciousness for generations. Society has often painted an image of older adults as individuals who have somehow transcended or abandoned their sexual nature, as though desire is a fleeting thing that withers away with time. This perception is not just misleading, it is profoundly harmful. One of the most damaging myths suggests that self-pleasure in old age is unnecessary, improper, or even shameful. Many still hold on to the notion that sexual desire is a young person's game, that aging means bidding farewell to passion, intimacy, and physical pleasure. The idea that older adults should suppress or ignore their sexual needs stems from a long history of societal discomfort with aging bodies and their natural functions. It is as if, beyond a certain age, one is expected to resign oneself to a life devoid of sensual fulfillment, as if pleasure has an expiration date. But here's the truth. Sexuality does not vanish with age. It evolves, transforms, and continues to be an essential part of emotional and physical well-being. For many seniors, self-pleasure is not just an act of desire. It is an act of self-care, a reaffirmation of one's connection to the body, a way to celebrate life itself. The ability to feel pleasure is not confined to youth. It is a lifelong gift, one that should never be dismissed, shamed, or suppressed. Dispelling the fear, self-pleasure is not harmful, it's healing. Another damaging misconception is the belief that self-pleasure in old age weakens the body, drains energy, or even leads to physical or mental deterioration. This is an echo from a time when misinformation reigned unchecked, when people were warned that masturbation would lead to blindness, insanity, or even moral corruption. These claims, long debunked by science, still manage to linger in the subconscious minds of many, making some older adults hesitate, question themselves, and, tragically, feel guilt over an act that is as natural as breathing. Modern research has made it abundantly clear. Self-pleasure is not only safe for people of all ages but offers profound physical, emotional, and psychological benefits. For older adults, it can be particularly beneficial. Engaging in self-pleasure can maintain sexual function. Regular sexual activity, even in the form of self-pleasure, helps keep blood flow to the genital area, reducing the likelihood of sexual dysfunction. Improve sleep quality. The release of endorphins and oxytocin after an orgasm promotes relaxation, easing anxiety and leading to deeper, more restful sleep. Reduce stress and anxiety. Physical pleasure can be a powerful way to manage tension, alleviating stress and providing a much-needed emotional release. Enhance self-confidence and body acceptance. As bodies change with age, self-pleasure allows individuals to stay connected to themselves, fostering self-love rather than insecurity. Yet, despite these incredible benefits, many older adults feel the weight of societal disapproval pressing down on them. whispering that pleasure is something they should have left behind. It is time to silence those voices. It is time to replace shame with celebration, repression with self-acceptance. Embracing sexuality as a lifelong journey. Sexuality is not a phase of life. It is a part of the human experience that endures, shifts, and adapts. While the way a person expresses their desires may change over the years, the fundamental need for intimacy, connection, and self-discovery never fades. Society must abandon the notion that sexuality in old age is a taboo subject, something to be brushed under the rug or ignored altogether. Instead, we must create a culture where older adults feel empowered to embrace their desires without shame, without guilt, and without fear of judgment. No one should feel like they must apologize for their humanity. For those who have spent decades believing they must suppress their needs, reclaiming their sexuality can feel like an act of rebellion. But it is not rebellion, it is freedom. It is the freedom to live fully, to honor oneself, to find joy in every aspect of life. It is the recognition that the capacity for pleasure is not dictated by numbers on a calendar, but by the openness of the heart and the willingness to embrace life's richness in every stage. So let this be the message that replaces outdated myths. You are never too old for pleasure, for self-love, for intimacy. Your body is still yours to cherish. Your desires are still valid. Your right to experience joy is timeless. Now that we've broken the silence and uncovered the truth about sexuality in later life, let's take a moment to reflect. What have you learned from this discussion? Has it changed the way you think about intimacy, self-pleasure, or aging? We'd love to hear from you. Comment below and share one thing you've learned today that you plan to embrace in your own life. Whether it's a new perspective on self-care, a realization about breaking societal taboos, or simply a renewed appreciation for your body, your voice matters. Let's keep this conversation going and help others see that pleasure, connection, and fulfillment have no age limit. If you found this video insightful, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content that empowers and inspires. Thank you for watching, and remember, aging is not about losing yourself, but about embracing who you are, fully and unapologetically. See you in the next video.